How are you, sir?
Yeah.
Good to see you.
All right, it's a friendly 15-minute conversation we're going to have. People have some questions that are designed to get a sense for you. Would you like to start off with giving us your name and just introducing yourself to the council?
Yes, sir. Good morning, Mayor Robinson. Good morning, the entire council. Councilman Marcos, Trout, Gardner, Wolfley, and Mr. Steve. My name is Babatunde Alegbeleye. I've been living in the city for over 20 years, since 1995. And my wife and I, we've been blessed to raise 5 daughters and 2 sons. And what we've done with them, we were guiding them with the principles that our parents, we learned from our parents about working hard and having integrity in all that we do. Looking back over
Well, I'm going to give you an opportunity to summarize at the end. I just wanted to introduce yourself. So we'll get to that.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, but what I want to just tell you is, like I said, each council member will give you a question. You have 15 minutes here, so time management in those answers is on you. We want you to know that everything that is happening here is being recorded, and it will be on Bowie Cable TV after all of the interviews have been concluded. Your 15 minutes will begin with the first question. And with that, we'll just start with Dr. Trout.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and good morning, and thank you for applying for the vacancy that we have on the City Council for District 3. Thank you very much, sir.
Welcome.
My question is, what do you think is the most important issue in Bowie, and how do you plan to make improvements?
You mean the whole city or District 3?
Either way, it could be the whole city or District 3.
I will start from District 3.
Okay.
Well, I'm very glad that we have our roads, they're getting better in terms of the response from the staff in terms of when we have, like the snow that we just had. Our neighbors, they said everything was good. So actually, to be honest, we know we are increasing, meaning the city is growing more and more, and we're going to need a lot of improvements. So my take is any project that we need to do, because I can lay my finger on this is what the city needs right now. I know the city has a plan far ahead, 2030 economic plan, or how you call it, security, safety issues, and development within our 4 districts. So the only way I will answer that question is what the staff, what they bring for us, that this is what our plan, then I'll be able to look into it and see if it is of public good, because I do not know what it is the main thing that the city needs right now. So,
All right. Thank you.
Mr. Gardner.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you, Babatunde, for coming out this morning. Good to see you.
Always good to see you.
Hey, my question is, it is my opinion that local government is the most important level of government. Explain why you either agree with me or disagree.
Thank you. Councilman Gardner, it is true that the local government is where, this is really the meat of any kind of government. It starts from the local to the county to the state and the federal. And this is where everything starts in terms of citizen engagement. And I do believe truly, if we serve our citizens very, very well, we will be able to say, our neighbors in terms of all the cities, looking at us, say, we'll be able to bring more people into the city when they see the services that our citizens are enjoying, and say, wow, what is the local government in Bowie is doing? What are they doing let's move over there and see what they're doing. So I do believe everything's that local. According to the joke, which is not a joke, every politics is local. So this is the meat and grit of the any political process. So I do believe that local government is where everything starts. Our schools, our roads, everything.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Mr. Wolfley.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and again, thank you and welcome this morning. Thanks for coming in.
Good to
and
see
thanks for offering your services here.
Good to see you.
The question I have for you is, to date, how have you chosen to serve the city of Bowie? For example, have you served on city committees? Have you run for office? Have you been on the HOAs or PTA or something of the like? And secondly, how will that help you represent your constituents?
That's a great question. Actually, yes, I was fortunate to start. I think I served several terms on the diversity committee, and I was very happy when I was appointed because the mayor, the interview was done on the old office or old city council. So it was, and we did so many good things with the diversity committee. One of my joy is when we come over here, even when we started over there, to see how these children, their face just lit up, especially the MLK award. It's one of the big ones, and I'm glad to participate in that because I do believe in that. That's why I really went to that committee. I believe in diversity. Our city is, I mean, you could look at District 3 and even the city as a whole. We have a lot of diverse populations, which is very, very good for our city. It shows that we're doing the right thing, inviting more people in. So, and that's a very good opportunity for me to meet others. And actually, my pastor cracks a joke each time he sees me say I'm the most unsuccessful politician because I've run for the office so many times. Twice I've applied to fill the at-large seat, and this is my third time to fill second or third time to fill the District 2 seat. So, and I've met a lot of people. I learned a lot. By me running for office, I learned a lot of my mistakes, my lack of knowledge about doing some things, and so that knowledge, meeting the constituents and talking to them about what do they need, how can we improve our city better, and just the joy to listen to them and inspiring them that you guys should run for office too. I mean, I do believe that it might be today, it might be next time, but really persistence pays off. One day I will be sitting to serve the city of Bowie on the council. So I have that faith, I believe.
Thank you. Mr. Stepp?
Good morning.
Yes.
This question is specific to District 3. The Sears location at Bowie Town Center is closing. The owners of the property are planning a mixed-use development on the site. What are your thoughts on the matter?
Mr. Steve, can you repeat the question? I got few of it. I know you say about the town, there's some parts of the town center.
So the Sears location at the Bowie
Sears,
Town Center is
Sears,
closing,
Sears.
and the owners are planning a mixed-use development on the site. And I'm curious as to your thoughts on the matter.
Oh, thank you. When the developer presents whatever they present to the city, what I think personally, if I'm on the council, what I'll do is to see what they present. First thing first, is it for public need? Is it for public good? And whatever they bring for us, if it's going to increase, make first thing first, safety-wise, in terms of whatever they want to build over there, if we approve it, it must meet safety and to bring some kind of economic benefits to the area. This is very, very important to me because a city that thrives with economic development and safety of their people will always, attract more visitors. So whatever they present to the city, it must meet those things: public need and transparency, so that everybody sees what is going on. And what are our options? What is the reality? And what are the options? And within the options, we take a look at what is best for that area, and then we do that. That's what I would do.
Thank you. Mr. Marcos.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you for being here today and your interest again, I should say. My question is this: how do you feel about going forward with residential and commercial development in Bowie? And what do you think the relationship between the county and Bowie should be with regards to that development?
I'll take the relationship first. Yes, we should have a good relationship with the county. I do believe Bowie should have autonomy in terms of its decisions, in terms of how we do business, in terms of growth. And I know the county has, or I'm still learning that the county had some power that is still held, that the city would like to get from. So I do believe, yes, growth is good, but we should, I wouldn't say modify the growth, but the growth should be limited to, so the size will not just, I mean, we don't just want to get big and big without proper guidance in place. And I do believe the staff and the council, when we meet together, we will be able to curtail those kind of growth, and it will be better for our city.
Okay, thank you.
All right, now the opportunity, if you have a thought you would like to leave with us.
Actually, I'm just excited about the opportunity. The journey started, I'm not sure, maybe a few of you know Mr. Delegate Hobart. He used to serve District 23 as a delegate in Anna. So my job that I do in day job, I take care of geriatric veterans at our VA in DC as a triad nurse. So, I just represented the Veterans Administration to go give a talk at some kind of school, and by Prince George's invited us anyway. We went to talk. So he met me. And luckily for me, he spoke behind me. So I didn't know what I did, but I just told those kids that there is, living in America, there is hope. If you work hard, you can be anything you want to be. The sky, is not the limit, but you could be anything you want to be. Work, study, work hard, and have the mind to serve others. So he came behind me. He said, "Young man, I need to talk to you when you finish." And I looked at him, "Man, leave me alone, man." But anyway, when all the speakers gathered together, he inspired me. He said, "Son, big guy, I think you ought to run for office." I look at him, I said, "Man, leave me alone, man." But anyway, that's how the journey started. So I started to work on campaigns and, learning more about what makes this great country great. I've been lucky to be here for a while, but each time you learn, and my knowledge is about, one of the things that I like that I do outside my work is we have a caregivers group, which I'm a co-founder of this group. The lady that founded it with me, she's passed on now. We take care of Alzheimer and dementia patients, in terms of mental health. It's overwhelming when you see the caregivers. They just want to dump their family members. That it's overwhelming. So we figure a way that how about if we care for these people who are giving care. So now I'm glad to say the Veterans Administration has taken over the program. Now it's going to be run over the geriatric. We are one of the big geriatric departments in the whole United States in terms of geriatric veterans care. And as you know, I volunteered in the city to mentor at the Bowie Youth and Teen. And I'm glad to say one of the young children that I mentored is now graduated at New York University. I still have some contact with the family, and they are from Pakistan. So again, it's a trouble kid. But showing my own, if I can do this, you could do this too. You could become a nurse, you could become a lawyer, you could do this. So those are those little things that I love doing, and especially when I was on the diversity committee, you know, the love, because our members came from different parts of the city. So we are able to talk about what can we do to make our city better. And I've been on various organizations in terms of volunteering, you know, especially teaching our children. I love soccer. I used to coach. Now my knee, I'm not using my cane today, so I can't run as I used to run, teaching these kids. And I love another area that I love is just sharing with people how great this city is. I'm proud. I'm really proud of this city. The city has allowed me to do a lot of things that I envision it doing, because if I do not live here, seriously, even though most people would not believe that I could not do what I've been able to do. But this city has offered me that. So I'm very grateful.
Well, thank you very much.
For the
Appreciate you
opportunity.
coming by today. Appreciate what you've done. And wish you luck. The interviews are going to go through today and then Tuesday night and Wednesday night. So if people talk to you between now and then, I would kind of keep these things to yourself.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Great.